All right, so one of you just emailed me, asked, what is WebAssign all about? I guess I don't know if I've ever said that. So that's what this video is for. So I logged in as my fake student account, and as you see, I'm in as under the free trial, which expires on Friday. And so I mean, if I mean you can do this too. You can log in and you won't have to cough up any money until Friday, or if you're waiting for the bookstore to send you your login info because you paid for the WebAssign access to the bookstore through eCampus, it'll give you a chance to get that. Now, if you just barely ordered your books from the bookstore, I don't know if we're going to have your materials in 7 days, and then what I would do is I would reach out to Cengage support and ask them what their options. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll let you pay, uh, pay for it here. So I can purchase it right now, save myself a little money, or and then you could do that and send the materials back to the bookstore, or what they'll do is they'll you know put it on a card, or put it on a card, and then they'll reimburse you once you get your bookstore access code. Okay, cheapest way is to do it right here. If you haven't bought your access to the bookstore, the cheapest way to do it right there. And I've got another video how to do that back in the frequently asked questions area. So let's get back to the purpose of this video. What is WebAssign? Is a set of online exercises which are tied to this Dr. Stevens Intro to Statistics Think Do textbook. Okay, and it's low cost. It's not free. I've tried using free materials, and they just aren't as good. I mean, they're very convoluted. They make it too hard. This is worth the money. And if you go cheap, buy it directly from WebAssign, going to cost you, what does it cost? Is it $50? I think through of course, on my slow internet, I have very slow internet at home. Yeah, so it's $47. I think through the bookstore it's about 60. They got to make their markup. Cheapest way to do it. I mean, regular statistics textbooks are over 100, and then if they have any kind of online homework, which is what WebAssign is, it's even more. They'll usually give you a discount on the book, but you're still going to spend over $100. So this is really a cheap way to do it, and this is well worth your money to spend. Okay. I don't say that I don't get anything on this, so I'm not making any money on this, but this will help you learn, because I like what Dr. Stevens does. He does a pretty good last set of lessons, and he has some great exercises. Okay, let me try to come back so I can see everything here. Bookmarks, that's what I want to do. So this week 1, which ends on Monday night, the 12th, you're responsible for the first chapter, the introduction chapter, and it's short, not a whole lot in it. So I'm hoping that makes a lot of sense. A whole bunch of exercises you're practiced, and then at the end there's a problem set. Dr. Stevens has videos. They'll walk you right through all this, and I've got that linked in the course. But why I'm doing this video is because of the homework. So let me point out to you, actually, I can click on the problem set. You see all these exercises in the textbook that have an asterisk next to them? You have access to the detailed solutions. Here in the book, if you bought a PDF or bought a paper book, see how he's got a pretty good detailed explanations on how to do the work. See here in chapter 2, which is next week's work, it shows you right how to do everything. Okay, so those are all the exercises that are asterisks. And what I've tried to do, for the most part, that's not always true. But what I've done is, come on here, come back to this WebAssign. I don't want to buy the project. I want to go home. Let's see, let it load. Hopefully, so I'm going to click on my course, and then you'll have all the homeworks listed and quizzes. Like next week's quiz is here in WebAssign, and it covers the stuff we do in week 1, not on week 2. So what you should do is get that problem set from week 1 done. And then if you want to this weekend, go ahead and take the quiz 1. You got to do the problem set before you do the quiz, though. I mean, it makes little sense to do the quiz before you do the practice, right? So what you do is click on that, and there's a variety of multiple choice. Some are multiple choice, some are showing, type in an answer. And this is how you can check your understanding of what you've either watched or read. What I would recommend you do is, remember those asterisk exercises in the book? Go do those, and that'll make this graded work. Even though you don't get a grade for those asterisk work out of the book, this stuff is graded, and having gotten that practice and having the work on paper will help you complete these online exercises in a much faster manner. Instead of, I know some people don't do that, so they got to come to the problem, flip through the book, look at that problem, do it, then come back and do this. Whereas I think if you've done them ahead of time, because as I said, these are just variations of those asterisk problems for the most part. There's sometimes I picked ones that aren't the asterisks problems. So, and that's what it is. So then you get through this, you submit. You can try this as many times as you want. I think there's 100 different variations. I mean, with the multiple choice ones, they kind of mark it wrong. When you get it wrong, but they'll give you a new one. They might vary it up. Sometimes they don't vary it up, these multiple choice ones, but it's about learning the material, making sure, for example, making sure you understand how to do a systematic sample. Okay. I kind of gave that one away, but it's not that bad. Okay. So that's what WebAssign is all about. Then there's a quiz next week on WebAssign. And then there's a new problem set for week 2. A little mathier. We get a little more mathy next week. Okay, so I guess that answers the question what WebAssign is all about. MyOpenMath, while I'm here, and MyOpenMath is just another set of exercises that aren't tied to our book, but it's the same content. And I think what you're going to see on my paper and pencil exams, not so much the first one, but the second one, is I'm going to give you variations. I'm going to give you the same mathematical content, but it won't be worded the same as Dr. Stevens. So I think it's worth your time to do these MyOpenMath assignments, because that'll give you some practice. It's in a different context. Okay. This is 2 of them for week 2, the outlier tests. Okay. So I hope that answers your question about what WebAssign is about. And as always, give a yell, and I'll do another plug for this, even though this wasn't the objective of this video. If you click on this link here, that'll take you out to the my Set More appointment calendar. And you can book time with me, live time. And what we'll do is we'll Zoom, and it works pretty well. So like today, you got to plan ahead by 12 hours. So what time is it? So it's 6:18. So even though I probably have a 6 o'clock appointment, it's not available because it's after 12 hours. If it's not here, you can't book it. If none of my times work, give me an email and maybe I can find some time with you. I mean, during the week, it's tough because I'm in front of high school kids, 7:30 to 3:30, usually 3 o'clock. So, but I am available early morning, especially if you work second shift. I don't know if you're an early morning person. See, on Tuesday, I get those 2 time slots in the morning, and then this is everything that's available on Tuesday. Monday, I get an appointment, so I have less time. Thursday, I have an appointment, so I have less time. And I'm also available on Saturday. This quiz and it looks like you can't book. I can't book on Saturday. I better look on that, because you usually can book 2 weeks in advance, and I don't know why. I'm not. That's right. I'm gone next week. I'm gone on the 17th, and I'm also gone on the 24th. I'm sorry, but that's why I don't have any time available. Okay, so hopefully that helps, and I'm here to help. Use me. And again, like I said, if one of my times don't work for you, if my times don't work for you, you got to want that live session, give me an email. We'll work something out. Okay. All right. Long enough video. Let me know what you need.